everyone, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aini Rizdi and my role is as a game art and design designer here in the group. And so for today, I will show my part for login and all the UI that I have created for each scene. So firstly, for login, this is basically the login scene where firstly I would create a canvas first to show the username and the login button. So firstly, I just create a canvas where in the canvas, this is all that is needed. You can just create by clicking on right click and then you can create UI. You can also click on either Text Mesh Pro or even text. You can also do button or button Text Mesh Pro. Okay, so next is firstly for the main interface, I inserted an asset where you can search mountain racetrack as this is free and you can just import in the project. Alright, so next, this is necessary for the username area. All you need to do is just go to Unity and import package, and when you import the custom package you can just click on where you save the folder and then you just click open. So in there it will provide you the API scripts as well as the API prefab. So this API prefab we just drag and drop it in and it will include the API script. Not to mention, what is also important for the login screen is we have to create a game object known as scene manager. There is a login manager script which is this one, and so in here all you have to do is just drag the username in the canvas earlier. This is the username input, and also next is the API system, which is the API system script. So next is the API system script, which is this one. You can just drag and drop so that it can detect. So that's all for my part, and we will proceed on to the next part. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Farana. I will continue the next part of this explanation, which is the character scene. So inside this scene, user can select a character to be used inside the game. After I have complete designing the environment and the interface for this scene, I created a game object and named it character list, and then I drag all of my character to be used in the game inside this character list. So there are 3 characters for now, and for all these character is included an animation to be used in this character scene. So inside this character list, there is one script that is used to react when user enter the left, right button or the chosen button. So when user enter the right or left button, the selected index for that scene will be active while the other unselected character will be set inactive. So will go in circle like this, and then when user has choose their character, it will enter the choose button and the next scene, which is the game scene, will be loaded, and this character will also be used inside the game scene. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Yaris. On paper, I was a game designer for Frost Run and the Runner game, but practically we all did each other's work to some extent, so we were quite universal people, I would say. So yeah, other than that, in game development, when we were using Unity, I programmed the main menu so that the buttons would work. The user interface and the design was made by my colleagues. My main work was to create the leaderboard, so it was made with the help of Tenenet. In Tenenet, you need to create a new game. You will need the game token, obviously. So you can link it up with your game. Then you need to create a metric, which is points, how we calculate the score in our game. So metric ID will be used later. Also create a leaderboard, a ranking, which will be based on the tokens, on the score we created earlier, and there's leaderboard ID. So in Unity, you need to get the Tenenet scripts and then create the API object and then put the API system script here. This uses the token I showed you earlier and the leaderboard ID. These ones you need to copy from Tenenet website and put here. The other script is provided. Other than that, there's Canvas. You can see how everything is showing up here. So what you need to do is create also a game manager object with the script dashboard rank, where you put the API, parent object content, scroll rectangle, prefab. Yeah, that's the place where all the score comes up when you enter the leaderboard. And yeah, Steam Manager to go back from the leaderboard page to the main menu. So that's it for me.
Hi, I'm Dihoimi, the programmer for Game Mechanism and Game Sim. Since we are building a multiplayer endless running game, we chose Photon Engine to handle our multiplayer part. As you can see, inside the game scene it is empty. This is because all of the prefect will be spawned once the game is started. All the prefect we needed to be spawned need to keep inside the resources file, so we can use the Photon network instantiate to instantiate the object into the game scene. This is how we instantiate our character, and also how we spawn our obstacle into the game scene. Once the player is instantiated into the game scene, it will be controlled by the running do script. So this here to initialize the variable inside the running do script, and each player will have its own username on the top of the character. When the time passing, the game will change from day to night by increasing and decreasing the light intensity for every 15 seconds. So initially, it will change from day to night. So intensity will decrease from 1 to 0.35 and change from night to day, so 0.35 will increase to 1. The difficulty of game will increase after every 30 seconds, so the speed of player will increase by 0.5 and the distance between the obstacle will increase by 3. So this to let the player can avoid the obstacle in a high speed. We also design a health bar for our character, so the maximum of the health bar will be 60. When it collides with the obstacle, the health bar will decrease by 20. When it collides with it, the health bar will increase by 20. When the health bar becomes 0, the game will over. Besides, when the game is start, the player health bar will decrease by 1 for every 1 second due to the cold surrounding of the snowy mountain. We also design a shell for the player to emit one-time damage when the player crash with the obstacle. So if the shell is activated, no health will be deducted. I think that's all from my part. Thank you.